What's going on, guys? It's the U.S. Chess Championships 2021. I'm National Master James Canty III, and I'm here with Grandmaster Magesh Panchanathan.
Hey
What's up, bro? How
James,
you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to today.
Me too, man. I'm looking forward to today. We got a lot of chess, as usual, guys. Hours of big boy and big girl chess as we have the men's and women's championship U.S. today. So a little bit about the cross tables and what's been going on. So let's check the men's first. So Magesh, man, what's been going on? Have you been following day to day, in and out? Right. What do you think's been going on? What do you think is going to happen today?
So I've been following the results, of course, and I've been following the games also. I mean, you kind of do that, and I mean, it's really very interesting. You would not have guessed this as a leaderboard, at the start of the tournament. Sam Sevian, Alex Lenderman, Wesley. So of course we would have picked him, but this
Right.
is really good. I mean, they're really really good players, but for them to actually stand their ground and do so well, it's amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to some really nice matchups. I think if I remember right, Lenderman has probably white today, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Lenderman is white against Shackland. Yeah, it's some interesting games.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how, and I'll speaking on that too. Linderman has a lot of experience. When I say U.S. Chess Championships, I've seen him a lot. I remember, I think I was not even a master yet, and I think he was actually in the U.S. champ. I mean, I've seen him so many times. I think in the U.S. Chess Championships, and now he's actually this is probably one of the first times he's really been making some noise here at the top right now. 5 out of 8. Wesley So's up there too. He's up there with Sam Savian, and then also, what's up with this Fabi thing, man? What we got to call his manager or something?
Well, it's been a shock for everyone. I think it's unfortunate, but I'm glad he bounced back and he won, and he has white pieces again. I'm actually really looking forward to his game, and that's one good thing about great players is they bounce back.
That's
So
right.
I'm
He
hoping
should
that by
bounce
the end of
back.
the tournament we'll have forgotten what happened.
That's true. And yeah, that's true. Just like the Gary Kasparov thing, a lot of people forget about that, and he just comes back and he crushed it in a 960. So let's actually move over to the women here and see what we have in the women's cross table, which would be pretty cool. The women's are actually, I mean, those games are actually the most fun to watch. I love watching the women play because they are like decisive. Like someone's fighting, it's a lot of energy there, a lot of animosity. It's just going to be much stronger chess. I see not stronger, but a more exciting fighting chess is what I'm looking for. In the last round, there was 4 out of 6 games. So, all the men drew, but 4 decisive games in the women. So they was like, yeah, we're not drawing anything over here. So it was very, very rough. But what do you think?
Oh yeah. I think I've been following the games, of course, and Carissa had some really. I mean, I wouldn't call it an easy win. She had a very interesting game with Sabina, where I felt in some sense that Sabina was trying really very hard to win the game, maybe, and then that it made it easy for Carissa. But she, and also if I remember right, she had a really nice piece 4 tactic against Irina a
Oh,
few days ago, which was
man.
unbelievable.
Nasty. Yeah, I love Carissa's game for her tactics. I mean, she's very daring. Like playing the King's Indian defense in the U.S. Championships, really, twice. Like she played the modern too, which just lets you know, like Carissa does not care in a good way. Like she's gonna play what she wants to play, give you the tactics, and hope that you find the moves. Right. So, and she's been working, and she's in a lead 6. No one's catching. No, not that no one's catching her, but she is in a number 1 full lead. No one is having 6 points but her. So clear first with Carissa Yip there. Right behind her is Nemkova. And then you have the 7-8 time monster Irina Crush here, who crushes everything right behind everybody. So,
And she has a big game because she's going to be playing white against Denso this today, and I'm sure she really wants to take her down and go to the second spot, or maybe even tie with the first spot if Carissa were to lose. So
absolutely. I mean, I'm excited for it. So we're gonna have some chess and get to it, guys, of course. But real quick, before we actually do get into the chess, guys, coming in October, we do have the FIDE-Chess.com Grand Swiss. And this year's event will be played in Riga, Latvia. 2 spots in the 2022 candidates tournament and 1 spot in the next women's candidates tournament are up for grabs, as well as 550 wow, yes, sir, $550,000 for the prize fund. who will take the next step to becoming world champion? We're going to see, guys. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the games. And we're back. Magesh, man, the game's about to start. You ready, big fella? Are you ready for this, man? I'm excited to see what we got.
Yep, 1 minute. We're about to start seeing those first moves. E4, D4, C4.
That's right. You know, knight of threes, maybe some B3s, right? You never know in these games here. Actually, I think there was a Larson system too that happened.
There was one? I was going to say that I'm not going to bet on B3.
Yeah. I think there was a knight of three, B3. And it was ready type, you know, the take you out of book, knight of 3, B3.
Sam Shanklin played that, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
this game
correct.
against Sevian, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We also saw, I was very impressed with Naroditsky was played Ponziani. I was like, Ponziani, US Chess Championships. Really? And then he also played the Aliekin in the first round. Not first. Maybe it was the first or second round, which it was a painful loss with against Robeson. But I was like, wow, he played the Alekhine. I cannot believe he played this. Like,
Tanya's keeping it live.
he's keeping it live, right? Keeping it ready. So, we're going to be excited to see that stuff. So, pretty cool, man. I'm excited. So, I hope you guys are excited too, chat. Good to see you. What's up, chat? Hi, Akila. I see you. We got predictions, chat. Anything you're going to see today? Any openings you think we're going to see? Probably. There was a lot. Maybe like last round or the round before. There was like 5 or 6 Roy Lopez's. I was like, man, like that's the opening. I guess that's what we planned.
I know. We get to see a lot of this Italian Roy Lopez close positions. That's the trend. Yeah, that's what's happening these days.
Right. Lots of Roys. I tried a Italian game recently, and there was a draw. I was like, you know what? I'm not playing this over the board. Like this is not me. I'll go another route before I go back to the Italian game there. What about you? Actually, what do you play for white?
Well, with white, I play everything, a little bit of everything, and of course, I started playing Knight F3 and G3, the lazy.
Yeah, and it's honestly annoying to face, to be honest. The Knight F3, G3, but we got games on the board. All right, E4s, yeah, E4, D4s, and C4s.
Yeah, Fabiano, not surprising, starts with English.
Oh yeah, Fabi with an English. Getting especially against Darius here. Let's see which one he likes. I'm more of a fan of the Botvinnik setups there. Lanier, E4, E5. We have it's not a Grunfeld yet. And Sam and Linderman. French defense. French. Wow.
Jeffrey. E4, E5s already.
Yeah. E4, E5. So we have 3 games there. We got an Italian and one with John Burke. Oh, King's Indian, Sam Shanklin is wow. I mean, doesn't even feel like his style to me. Like I am definitely baffled in a way to see him playing King's Indian. Well, we'll see what happens. If he loses, then that's King's Indian for you. But if he wins, then that's King's Indian for you. That's how it is. We got a Frenchie there, Luzon, Italian game, English. Wow, 2 Italian games. 3 Italian games. Yeah. 3 Italian games, guys. 3 of them. A French, King's Indian, and an English.
Bruzan is playing the Tarrasch, French Tarrasch. So it's got to be solid.
Absolutely. And Shanklin opted for a D5, says, I don't know, now this is not. Oh, he did some type of Grunfeld by transposition, but with he has Knight C6 out there, which is strange. You usually want to have the C5 pawn available. So definitely interested to see how he plays it. This
is a common position. Yeah, I think I have played a couple of times. This is white. I think black, the usual Grenfell ideas, right? You kind of provoke this center. It looks really weak, but then, of course, you can always pounce back. The knight sometimes looks really bad on C6, but he goes right after that. He plays E3 and E5, yeah.
Immediately. Equalizing, I feel like now at this point, maybe already having some type of play there. I'm liking it. Well, we got the openings here. Let's move on to the ladies, see what we have over there, see what the ladies are doing in that section. Look at the F5. Like I'm telling you already, I'm already hyped just to see C4, F5. Wow. This F5 out there, Dutch life. And that looks like a Grand Prix. Not really. Kind of like
Nemtsov is playing Dutch. Okay.
Yeah, there's a Dutch over there. Already, that must be a Carol Khan and Carissa's game. I think with the H5 out there like that. Usually that's Carol Khan.
Takes F6, yeah.
Yeah. Carol Khan and then Anna Satonsky. Okay. Some D4 opening. Ooh, the G4, Tatev. I'm loving it. The G4 against the Sicilians.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. Very aggressive. This is going to be fun.
It's attack, but the move order is slightly different, right? Usually Knight F6, Knight C3, and G4 is the Keres attack. This is right. With Knight on C6, it's slightly different, yeah.
Slightly different. I like it. I like the G4. It's already getting Anna in some type of thinking process of what is this nonsense? which is not nonsense. But if you don't know what to do, you are in a lot of trouble. She played bishop d7 there. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. Cool stuff. Well, let's actually move on to a game, man. What do you actually what do you want to look at first?
Well, I was gonna say I didn't have the big game, but it looks like they played one move. And
C4, F5.
Really thinking about F5.
Right. She's already thinking C4 and F5.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we could jump into anyone. I guess we can start with the leaders game, maybe. Carissa?
Carissa, absolutely. Seems great. Carissa's game. I'm already a fan of her position. I mean, I like her style. It's just aggressive mate. Just go for mate all the time. My grandfather Tal will be very proud. That's exactly right. I love it. H3 here. Let me actually back up. Let's see what we got. Was it Caro? Knight d2, knight takes, c3. Yes, all theory. And h3. So we are going to castle queen side here. I'm already in favor of white. g4 and g5. And we live. Sometimes playing h4 and g4 in these cases, but have you ever faced this with white, or you played this? I'm sure.
Yeah, I played this once against Shabalo, and he took me to school. And this is also like in a local championship in I think in Philly or New Jersey somewhere, and we were playing for the first prize, and whoever wins gets the first prize or something. Then I was white, and I was very confident. And at that time, I had not actually seen this EF6 line as much, and I was like, I felt I should be okay. But then this is one of those strange positions where black actually holds like very solid things. It might look like it's okay, but then slowly they might come back. But in your case, what you pointed out is interesting. I, of course, went for the castling shard, the simple positional style. But if he castles long and goes g4, that's going to be some fireworks.
Absolutely. Yeah. My grandfather Tal again said sack first, think later. Right. So that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Castling here, put the rook over here, play g4. The problem, again, like you said, is the solidity of the position a lot of times with h4. But if I can get g5 in, then open the file. I mean, this is a clear plan I'm seeing. Castle queenside, bring the rook to g1, g4, g5. But I do recognize exactly what you're saying here with, I've seen this a lot, this weird setup where black actually gets pretty solid play, strangely enough. And look at that. I mean, not even thinking, right? I mean, Carissa, I'm about to call her, hey, Carissa, yo, we might be related, right? You know, because this is insane. The style is just great. I love it. Castle, rook, g1, g4, g5. Not even thinking about life here. And I'm loving it. I don't even see how black, what are you supposed to do?
Actually, I'm not familiar with the idea of h5. Obviously, it's some new idea, I'm guessing, or I mean, it might actually even be a popular idea. I'm just not familiar with the setup. But you're right. It seems a little bit easier to play for white because I don't see how black is going to launch an attack on the white king, but white simply has g4 coming up.
Right. So, and a lot of times I think they bank on the castle king side from black. Black usually banks a lot on king side castles, but with this queen side castle here, I mean, it's pretty clear who's about to start attacking very quickly. In fact, every game Carissa has played has not been boring. She played a modern, she played a King's Indian, she played a French Milner Berry in a way, which is a fan. I mean, literally our repertoires are very similar, which is very kind of cool to see. But here, I think she already has an upper hand, even despite the engine saying, oh, equal, okay. All right. We're going to see in a minute here. King B1 probably.
Yeah, and also maybe that's still part of the opening preparation, given the fact that both players are playing fast. So
true. Definitely opening preparation plays a part. So King B1 actually runs into Queen A5.
Oh yeah.
So she played G4. She didn't even care. Like, take the pawn. I don't even care. Oh man, we got to stay here for a while.
No,
it's about to get spicy already. I mean, this is move 13. This is insane. They're going to finish in like 10 minutes.
So I obviously cannot take because of B3, I'm guessing. Oh, wait. Can I
B3? Oh, wait. I have King D2. But I mean, B3, Bishop A3, King. Let's look at that, right?
Or maybe Queen A. Maybe can I play Queen A5 after Bishop A2, B3?
Wow. Engine goes way up. Yeah, I guess it's just completely losing. You can't do this.
Something.
King D2 and bringing a rook over.
Oh, yeah. The bishop is just stuck.
Wow.
So maybe Queen A5 first then?
Oh, great idea. Reversing the move order here.
Basically, I don't want to take on G4. That's understandable.
Right.
But okay, H4, like you said.
Agent says take. They just say, yo, we don't even care about this pawn. Queen takes. So is it rook over then? Rook over? No,
maybe
C4 first.
So strong. King D2 is just so strong. Yeah, it's always keeping the king safe at any point whenever there's a check.
Yeah.
I mean, like when there's a check.
When there's a check, you mean? Yeah. Absolutely. When there's a check, King D2, I'm out of the way. Rook G1. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, I love it. My kind of play. G4 is on the board. If I'm Asharitha here, I'm already sweating. I'm already like, oh snap! Like what did I walk into? Aggression is what it is. E4. All her openings are aggressive. Very nice. Great style from Carissa here.
Looks like H4 is being played, right?
I was about to say, yeah, something happened. H4. Okay.
Yeah. So you guessed that H4 was probably part of the plan.
And here it is. Rook G1. Just go for mate. Done. The game is about checkmate. Right. Blitzing it. Right. We don't care about any of this solid play, slow play. Take them 50 moves. No, we're gonna take them 10 moves and mate them. That's what we want here. Rook G1.
I've played against Carissa a few times, and I've won a few times. I lost one game, and I remember that it's so painful because of how her style, like you said, she's so aggressive and she's so quick. So the pressure keeps building, and particularly if I walked into an opening that she had prepared, and I just couldn't get back. I can feel the pressure. I think she's definitely a little bit showing a little bit better preparation, maybe not by much. It's only 5 minutes of difference, but Black has to be careful. Like you said, I would be. I hope Ashrita is like her openings prepared at this point. Otherwise, this is dangerous. Yeah,
I would be terrified, and this is why, in a way, I can at the higher level. Carol Khan, you 2,700, 28, 26, 2,500, like. Yeah, Carol Khan could work for you many, many times, but because it is about, what did they say? I don't remember who I heard this from, but it was saying Carol Khan is an opening you play against aggressive players, right? Because if they can't get the attack off, Carol Khan is just going to win now based off the structures and et cetera. But many times I remember calling the Carol Khan the Carol can't, because I'm like, the Carol can't win, and I'm always crushing this opening. I never have problems against it over the board. In blitz games, it happens a lot, but it goes back and forth sometimes. But not having problems with the Carol Khan here, I'm already thinking this is a win for Carissa. That's my
call it. Really,
I'm calling it. Carissa is winning this one, and that's going to be a 7-piece for her. 7 points.
I'm just thinking, how do we deal with G5?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I mean, there's a possibility that Black can plan to play F5 when White plays G5.
Maybe G6.
Maybe G6. G6 and just wait. Yeah, that makes. But G6, I'm worried about some F4, F5.
Oh, you're right. Some F4. We got to deal with this, obviously. So maybe like Bishop H6. I mean, yeah. The G6 is playable, actually. And it just says C4, King B1, and Rook G to E1. These are all moves I'm not playing. Right. So I'm really trying to get anything else to work. Really like F4, maybe Bishop H6. Is this any good? They just say Bishop D5. Yes, she's probably not playing Bishop D5. But F4, F5. Oh, but then G5.
Oh, yeah.
The annoying part. That is interesting, right?
Bishop locked on H6.
And that is the problem with the Carol Khan, right? Everything's G6 is very, very. The engine doesn't even consider it right now, but this just makes sense. What is it? Petrosian style, where you push one, I push the other. So, you play G5, I play F5. You play F5, I play G5. So it's
I can do the same with Queen A5 too, right? But what if I play Queen A5 because I'm defending the F5 pawn with my queen? So when you play G5, I could still play.
Oh, interesting. I might have to play A3 then, which is scary. Can I get away with this? I should be. And then B5, but there's no B4.
Yeah.
Queen B6 maybe hitting. Now C4 is very. D5 wins on the spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, D5. Yeah. Tactics, exactly. This is rough. This is rough. Very, very tough, difficult to play. Very impressive by Carissa. I'm actually going to move on. Let's see what else we have just to check the other games. Okay, got a few moves here. Ooh, I like the choice from Irina here. Saying, all right, cool, I'm just going to put it on the long diagonal, double fianchetto. No problems here. Sort of some type of Larson system. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan, but really no moves here. Tokyo Genova. Wow, we got another King's Indian here. People just willingly playing the King's Indian. I was one of these guys. I was one of these guys until I started taking L's, and I'm like, you know what? I can't play this in the open section. And then a friend of mine was like, well, why are you playing it? You should have knew that. I'm like, wow, nobody told me. Like, no one told me this. I just love the King's Indian,
Yeah,
but
you can
I'm
play the
not
Kings
winning.
again. It's rich. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, right. Yeah, play it. Absolutely. Yeah. And then lose every game. Right. I think I've lost like 4 games out of 7, which is annoying. I've won 3, but lost the other 4. And then wasn't a big fan of it after that. I'm trying a lot of other openings. What about you? What do you play against D4?
I'm like against if I'm playing white, I have so many options. I'm like the opposite when I'm playing black. I have one opening that I've been playing for years. So I play the Nimzo, and
I like it. I've been studying Nimzo lately, actually,
and
myself.
against E4 I play E5. That's it. I'm like too predictable. So I'm like a sitting duck if I'm playing black.
I'm going to play E5 and I'm going to play Nimzo. Nothing else. Yeah, I've tried Grunfeld, Nimzo, King's Indian, right? So and semi-Slav, which helps, of course, with the versatility and being able to be. I could play this, I could play that, and it helps to look at the position. So still searching for that. Still searching for like the one all be all thing. King's Indian though is my favorite, but man, that thing is hard.
So you like to play positions which are, of course, active and attacking, right? Yeah.
Absolutely aggressive, sacking everything. I love it. I will play Smith Morra over the board. Yeah, against anyone, don't matter. I will play the Smith Morra or the C3 Sicilian in a aggressive manner. Jobava London, just strange stuff. I'm a fan of the unorthodox style.
Nice.
Pretty cool. All right, a little King's Indian action. Nothing really going on. Still very evenish. Oh, we got some moves. Queen A5. Wait. I think that's me.
I think Queen A5 and A3 has been
played. That did happen. That's actually on the board. Queen A5 and A3. All right, let's see what happens. We'll be back. Anna Zatonsky. Oh, nice. What happened here? There's a knight C3, A6, C5. Interesting.
5. Okay, so A6, C5.
Then B6. Probably takes or not takes. Do you play B4? No, he has A5, right? Yeah.
I'm not actually. I know A6 is a very popular choice these days, but I'm not very familiar with C5, so I'm not so sure what.
Me either. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
You cannot play B4. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe because A5
B4 is here and Bishop A3.
But in this case, I think if I play A5, somehow I feel like black's all the light squares towards the kings just seem so weak.
Oh, she just captured too. She just captured, and then there's going to be a capture back. And I wonder, bishop where? G5, F4, probably E3, bishop D3. I mean, simple play.
Yeah. This looks like an exchange, right?
Right. Exchange, yep. Absolutely. Some type of exchange. There's also bishop B4 coming with knight E4. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. A lot of play
I think we should have enough time to play bishop F4, E3, and castle. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, E3
or bishop G5, like you said, either one. I think very solid normal play here. Just slight push for white.
Slight push for white. Anna Zatonsky and Sabina Foiser, Tatev, and the other Anna here. Oh man, I'm loving this. G4 out here like this. It's just another day in the office for me. G4, castle and queen side with the D pawn being weak. This is what you see in these type of Sicilians anyway, many times. Bishop E3.
So after G4, black play knight takes D4 and E5, is it? How did we get here? Yeah, okay. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, actually.
So I guess black immediately wants to do some knight F6. Well, I mean, I'm trying to see why black did this. Oh, maybe bishop G5. Maybe bishop G5 is what they want to do.
Oh, that's kind of annoying. But then D6 is super weak now.
It's true.
Super weak. So maybe castling, and then I'm going to just pressure.
Yeah, so black
has to white.
Choose like, oh yeah, bishop C6.
Bishop C6. And now castle queen side is like automatic.
Yeah.
Just don't do nothing. I don't even think about it. Castle queen side. Put the pressure here. Yeah. And 2 bishops. No advantage for black, really. Yeah, white's definitely got on the edge. Very nice. Let's move
bishop
over.
G5 has to be the idea, right? Because otherwise I don't see the point of that. Yeah.
That's true. Let's actually see what happens on bishop G5.
After castle,
castle and bishop G5. Can I just go queen D2? Wow, and just says knight B5 immediately. He's crushing.
Knight B5.
Knight B5. I wasn't even thinking like knight B5. What? Okay, let's see.
Yeah?
Takes take with the queen, right? Queen takes.
Yeah, this looks lost already. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like yeah.
The knight on
Yikes.
g8, not developed, not castles. Knight b5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is crushing. That's a hard move to see, actually. Knight b5, castle queen side, and knight to b5 and bishop g5. What a move. Megan Lee and Talia. This is like some type of Sicilian. Which one? Let's see.
Queen d4 Sicilian.
Oh, the bishop b5.
b5. Okay.
The weird stuff. That's what I call it. Yeah, the weird stuff. Knight c3, bishop b2, d4.
I think this is going to work well because I feel like I have the opposite style now. I think like whatever you're playing, I'm probably just avoiding that. Whatever I'm playing, you're saying this is boring.
That's right. That's exactly right. Opposite styles. It's always good to see that too as well. Yeah, I have some friends like actually Casa Corley, right? Casa said that he was like, yeah, I love going games where it's 50 moves and he can't move anything. And I'm like, man, that's torture for me. Like, I don't even want to play past 30 moves. I want to smash him in 25, right? Tactically, that's my game. But it's always good to see both ends, and you do have to be good at both, obviously. So, but I like to lean towards a style. E5, hitting the queen. I think black's already good. Black's doing pretty good. Maybe bishop e7 castles next.
Yeah, I guess typical play for the d5 square. I guess that's very normal.
Right.
But yeah,
where do you actually go here? Queen d3 runs on knight c5. Are you like forced? I think you're forced to go here actually.
Oh, the pawn's hanging, yeah, on e4.
Yeah, pawn's hanging. She went queen e3, yeah. But this is strange. What if I just go here now? Maybe bishop d3.
Well, actually, if you go knight c5, can I go bishop c4 and try to sacrifice that pawn?
Oh, shoot. I'm scared of that move. I'm actually not a big fan. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, probably not. I'm not trying to take this pawn. I'm just going to move bishop e7. I'm not about to give you all that counterplay. King e7, yeah. Nice. The U.S. champs. Bishop e7, castles.
Yeah, I don't like the queen on e3, right? I want to play bishop g5. I can't even get that. I mean, it just looks a little awkward.
Yeah, it looks like the opening went wrong here in the canal attack. I know there was bishop e5 does happen, but I'm not familiar with the backing up so far and then playing d4. It's almost like she really, in a way, wasted the tempo. Bishop b5, this to move it back to e2, and then play d4, which is weird. Very strange. I probably honestly would have went with d3 just to blunt the bishop and make it, I know you're going to put the bishop here. So I'm going to just play d3 and maybe play close Sicilian style now you're losing.
Problems, your knight's on f3.
Weird. Yeah.
f4 would be necessary if you play d3, but yeah, it's kind of awkward at this point.
Very awkward. Strange. All right, king e7. Yeah, press that.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Let me go back to Carissa's game real quick. That's a crazy game. Here it comes. Okay, g5 now. Hold on. Where's she go? Rook c8. If we go g5, I guess there's just f5. Okay, all right. I got you. I'm almost there.
This is the first time I think she's beginning to think. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Using that extra time. And this is exactly what you were saying here in the way of like just black just doing stuff, just making some moves. And then it's like, wait a second, where is the attack? And you gotta get mad and frustrated. I used to get frustrated with this opening against stronger players too. Because I'm like, how I'm attacking you. And then once it fizzles out, it's like black is fine. And hopefully that's not the situation here, but because I really like this file. I like the action.
Rook c8. What do you think? Do you think she's trying to go c5?
I think she really is trying to go c5. I think she really is.
c5 will always run into some kind of d5 stuff, right?
Right, b4 stuff. You're right. Yeah. Here. King d2. Queen could be trapped in there too if you take on a3. Many cases. Weird.
Oh, you're looking at b4. Okay, I was a little worried about b4. I was just thinking if I could go d5 after c5 at some point, and then
d5. Yeah, and maybe even g5 and not even worry about it because now you can't go f5. Due to the connection blockage there. Interesting. What do I even play? It is white's move now. So I need to move right now, which is like, what is that move?
How's knight f4?
I like knight f4. I just don't like the trade factor. Takes. I guess we just get the bishop here and we just say, okay, I'm better, but not super better, but I'm better. I got two bishops, very nice structure.
Yeah, I think once I get the dark squared bishop, I think I should be comfortable, but not so sure. Okay, she went king b1, which looks very natural, yeah.
King b1, always play king b1, as Feingold says. King b1, correct. Prophylactic. Very nice. King B1. All right. Let's move over to the men's. Let's go to the men's, see what the men got going on over here. Okay. And Fabi's game. This was in English.
It's already getting sharp. He played B4.
Oh, snap. What the heck is that? I have never seen that.
I mean,
B4, takes, and then took on E5. Mm-hmm. My king in the center, but I guess I'm okay after knight E3 castles.
Yeah, and you also have an extra central pawn. So
and the long diagonal.
Yeah, these are creative critical lines. I mean, like if black doesn't do it properly, it's usually trouble.
Yeah, this is very creative. What you said you play a little bit of everything, which I started actually doing myself. I played some E4, I played D4, I played C4 over the board so far, which has actually yielded me great results and makes me unpredictable. But with the C4, what English do you opt for? Do you actually have a system, or do you play I like Botvinnik's system, very easy. C4, D3, E4, and put the knights on C4.
I was going to say, you'll have to tell me the move order. So C4, D3, and E4 is the Botvinnik system. Okay.
Right, with the knight on C3 and knight E2, and then castling. And no matter what black plays, basically, you just playing that. That's the English I play, but I know there's the other ones. Yeah, exactly. Easy. So for you, I'm sure you play different systems.
Yeah. I've played a few. I've played the C4. I mean, I don't know the names. I'll just tell you the move order. So I play the C4 with E3 setups and G3 setups.
Oh, okay.
So I played both. And also, since I also play D4, I always look at probably also like transposing sometimes to D4 openings with D4. But
that's nice.
But if C4, E5, I think the last few times I've liked the E3 setup, of course. Yeah, I think.
Okay. And you playing for D4?
Yeah, and it's also it's been very critical of late. I think I got one or two really interesting games. I had a very interesting game that I ended up actually losing, but it would have been something that you would have approved. I had like a crazy attacking game. Was very interesting. Both players killing each other kind of thing. And in time trouble, I ended up losing it, but it was fun.
Oh, yeah. Fun is always the way. Yes, sir. That's nice. Got to see that one. Let's check out Dominguez. So actually, whoa, I am impressed because Dominguez doesn't get games like this for me. Like when I'm seeing, wow, like, is this Dominguez game or is this Aronian? Because Aronian actually likes these positions too. But Lanier, what I've seen from Lanier, he's like, in a way, one of the strongest boring players ever. Like he really, from Cuba too as well, Capablanca. So having that in him, I think that's just his system of like the end game kind of play. He's played very, very boring, same side pawns and still end up squeezing a win out of those. And many, many times he's very comfortable going into like, okay, yeah, there's no play. We're going to play another 40 from here, at least. And he's fine with that. And I think that's a very, very impressive style of doing that because it's very hard to do that. Very hard to do that. But this is interesting. I mean, he got an open H file. This doesn't look like Lanier to me.
Yeah, it looks very interesting. I mean, G4 looks almost forced, right? Can I do anything else? Probably not. There's also knight H5 if I can play knight H5. I don't know.
Oh, that is interesting, actually. Whoa, that is kind of annoying, bro. Maybe do I go queen
side? Now I would take the pawn, though, right?
Like this. Yeah, you have to. You must be just fully indebted there. And now, interesting. Queen F3. Knight F6. White's probably, it's funny. And just like, oh, it's equal. Like, bro, what? This is crazy.
But all right.
This is nuts. Yeah, right. I like white here. Definitely. Well, maybe there's an H5 in there. And I could check and go back.
H5 check and take, yeah. So
yeah, check and take. Ooh, man. Jeez, check and take on H5. Not a move. That is interesting. That's very interesting.
Could black play knight H5 without playing G4? Do you think that's even possible?
Let's see. Let's actually see.
No, not even G4. Without G4, yeah.
Takes and just going crazy, but let's see why. I'm not even gonna look why. I just want to see real time. Takes.
Somewhere.
Yeah. There's got to be open H file with a smile.
Take on G. What if I take on? I want to see the mate.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Tactics, baby. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
This is a family channel. Queen H5 and mate, and we great everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. How do you run away? Oh yeah, just here.
Crazy.
Yikes.
That's clear. Oh, he did play G4 on the board. So
G4 is on the board. Knight H2 to follow immediately. And we're going to see it. We're going to see something along the lines. We'll come right back to it. Wesley they trying to play today. Yesterday was like all draws. Not yesterday. Day before yesterday, They were trying to get to the rest day quickly. Now they're like, let's go. We're fully rested, feeling good, and everybody's out here playing some wild stuff.
G5, Danya. Wow. And you're right. Nobody wants to lose a game before the rest day. That's like the last thing you want to do.
Oh man, that's all you're thinking about. Oh, I suck. I hate this game. I lost. All right, yeah. I know the feeling.
So when you get the draws, you know that's coming. Everyone's solid up. No one's experimenting. But G5.
Wow. Yeah, G5. I've seen this before. And I think from Hikaru's standpoint, I remember him saying something about with G5, it's common idea when they're castled. But when they're not castled, and that's actually saying, he was saying like when white is castled early, G5 is more of a way to provoke because you haven't committed the king yet. But here, without the king going this way yet, G5 could be a liability later due to the king's safety, obviously. So, interesting, very interesting position.
Yeah, something like H4, and then now the knight, when G4 happens, the knight will go to H2, F1, and G3 and come around. Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's actually much better than what we just looked at there. We got Daniel. We're going to take a look at these few games here. We're going to take a short break and come back. Here, Bishop to E7. Wait, what happened? What was this game? This is a French. French. I'm not a fan of French for black, but it is Jeffrey Zhang, so that's different. Still got the French bishop. Not for long, though. He does have the long diagonal to sit on.
So what is the new move here? Why is Bruzan thinking so much? This looks pretty right out of the open.
Standard, right? Rook E1. I mean, Queen E2. What else you got here? C3. These are all very common moves.
Actually, one thing I noticed is that Bishop C4 is a little bit more common. Or Knight F3 is more common in move 5 earlier. I think that's more common. D takes C5 is not. Maybe
yeah,
not.
You're right. I remember that now because this is when I didn't like the Tarrasch for some reason. It just didn't give me enough aggression. So, but I did see Gary play Tarrasch a lot before. Knight F3 I have seen, and I was like, wow, they just giving up the pawn. And I guess it's for activity here. And yeah, this is all I remember. Yeah. And you win it back. Okay. With like knight.
You basically castle and then go knight B3 and then you pick up the pawn.
Pick up the pawn. Okay. I remember
you something. C5, maybe that's what is, but I mean, it's zone initiated.
Different.
Which is interesting because nothing like big seemed to have happened. It's not like Jeffrey played anything odd. Every move looks very reasonable, but Bruzan is like started thinking, like
after Bishop E7. Yeah. And I think for me, I mean, very simple plan. I like to do a lot of times. I mean, Carol Khan and French are cousins in a way. So Rook E1 and then playing Rook E3. I mean, I'm big fan of this. Just, I mean, that's me all day. Like, I'm not even lying. I do this every time. This is what I'm going for. But you have to do it in the right move order, obviously. And you are playing 2700 Jeffrey. So you have to be very careful of how you do this. Maybe Queen E2 first, but then, he played Knight B3. Same idea of the regular lines here. Yeah, but Indian didn't like that because it doesn't challenge him at all.
And also his bishop is opened up now. The C1 bishop ready to go to G5 or
G5,
something.
Yeah, maybe bishop G5. But then here it's like so rock solid. This is ugly. It's so rock solid here. Bishop's out, obviously. Queen D2 and playing bishop F4 could be a thing. But I think already Jeffrey's had a good French, which is not a good sign. When you play in a French defense and they get a good French, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. Let's see, though. A lot of chess left. So let's see. Linderman. What was this game? What did they play? I think they play. Oh, okay.
Good game, Linderman.
Oh, this was a cool, I like how Shinklin played this. This is sweet. That's spicy. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. Not the Shinklin you used to seeing. Takes.
They're all at this point very, very well prepared. Sam is very well known for his opening preparation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bishop G4, F3. What? This is insane. 97. Oh my goodness, tactics everywhere. He might have missed that. Because if he did, well then that's kind of strange. Maybe he saw it. Brought the bishop back.
Well, Sam has 1 hour, 30 minutes. He's still well.
He's well in prep. I didn't even see that. 16 minutes up on time. He didn't even use any time.
Yeah.
He didn't use any time. Knight C4, prepped it.
Now he's going after the B2 pawn. So he's down a pawn, but he seems to have enough compensation. So
yeah.
Very high chances
Chances on rook b1.
to a draw.
Rook b1, knight a3, perpetual. Oh wait, that's not perpetual. I could take now. I
Wait.
could go back though.
Yeah, rook b1, knight a3 is a draw. I can do the draw if I want.
Yeah, I can do. I can bag a draw now if I want.
If I want to. That's
where's he at in the standings?
What do you think? What are the chances that it can end in a draw right now, right here? With that?
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I'm down a pawn. Linderman's leading. I'm probably gonna take a draw. You know, I'll take the draw. And I mean, that's just me because I'm not playing in the U.S. champs. So I'm like, oh, Linderman. You know what, big dog? Hey, let's take a draw. And then you know, I'll play on in the next ones. That's a great question.
You're going to take on b2, which
he's going to take on b2. Can I take on c7?
That looks very dangerous if I play knight takes b2.
Oh, yeah, it takes.
Actually, then knight takes b2, maybe bishop takes b2.
Rook takes. Oh, bishop takes to get that tempo. Oh, yeah, look, my rook's trapped now.
But I want to take on.
Wait, there's on first. Oh, it's getting spicy. Here we go. Wow.
F3 hangs, man. Yeah.
F3's hanging. What in the world had just happened? Wow.
Still kind of.
It's probably going to be drawn, especially opposite colors. If we do reach this, definitely, even if one's up a pawn, it looks drawish. Knight c4, what a move. And Linderman is in a think tank. Let's check out the last game here before we go to break. This would be Sam Sevian and John Burke, who was impressive so far. Playing above his rating. Castles, d3. Yeah, this is all the regular boring stuff you see. Now, later on, it does get more spicy, but definitely quiet game. h3, rook e1. Yeah, all stuff you see. Takes, b4. Okay, interesting. Queen c2 and knight f1. No knight f1 yet. Usually we'll see that. So, yeah, a lot of chess left there. Yeah, exactly. Right. Lots of chess left, guys. So, well, we're going to take a short break, chat. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the rest of the games right after this.
the World Chess Championship. The champion, Magnus Carlsen. The challenger, Jan Nepomniachtchi. Watch the only Twitch broadcast with live video from Dubai on Chess.com/TV. Your home for the World Chess Championship.
All right, guys, you already know World Championship. Chess.com is your exclusive Twitch home for the videos feed for this year's World Chess Championship. Join us for the best coverage around as we watch this year's players, the defending champion, Magnus Carlsen, and the challenger, Jan Nepomniachtchi, battle for the title. The World Chess Championships coming to you in November to Chess.com. All right, guys, let's get back to it. Hope you guys enjoyed that little video there. Pretty nice, you know, it's going down. Where will you be watching from, Magesh? Are you actually going or what?
No, I wish. Probably watching in Chess.com.
I'll be watching on Chess.com. Very easy.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. Cool. All right, guys. So we have some movement. We have some movement here. In this game from Anna, let's actually see what happened. Really quickly. Let me go back. So we left off like right here. Bishop G2, Queen A5, G5, Knight D7, H5, or H4, King B1, and here we are. So she's trying to figure out the best way to play here.
Yeah, somehow this looks like the opening gone bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like Black should not have a huge attack. It just doesn't feel like.
Exactly. And it does not. In fact, I'm very frightened with this Knight C4 move coming next. B4 is in the air, followed by a Knight A4 and a Knight C3 sacrifice. In many cases, you can be getting mated in a few moves here. If you're playing white and you play this wrong. So very, very interesting. We will come back to that and see if she gets mated or not. Let's see. And in the Carissa game, so strange move, Bishop H2 after King B1, Bishop H2, very strange. Wanting a Rook G2, as we pointed out, or as you pointed out, right at the break here was something like that. And just kind of having the Rook on a light square. We got light square Bishop and the Queen light square weaknesses. Makes sense. So Carissa said Rook E1.
She already played Rook E1, okay.
Maybe she's going for F4.
Yeah, she's going for F4 clearly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, F4 definitely. Still, this is loose, so we have to like move it somewhere because F4 might run into like Bishop takes G4.
Yeah, I mean, like still needs to defend the E3 Bishop. You're right, but I'm definitely beginning to like white a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Probably saying equal, but it's probably much easier to play for white.
Absolutely. Engine's like zeros right now. In fact, after Bishop to D5. And I think this just deters the fact that you cannot move this Bishop yet. You know, maybe Bishop F3 trying to make some trades. And this Knight on F8, they always say, I remember it, Knight on F8 will stop the mate. So it does stop, but also it is a piece that is not being used at all, besides the defense.
I mean, if I was playing Black, I would probably think of bringing the Bishop running back to safety because I put it on H2.
Yeah, like move back. What am I doing on H2? I don't know either, says the Bishop. Carissa, okay, let's go back to Armina's game. That actually did move around a little bit, actually. Moved around. Bishop B2, yeah, she has like a Larson system, which I've played and looked at, some B3 stuff. Interesting, I like it. I mean, it's pretty, fairly good. C5 is going to be a move.
She played Knight E4, Knight BD2, so I guess Black has to make a decision now, yeah?
Yeah, well, I wonder, and development's obviously lacking for Black. I mean, White's not too developed either. You have to castle, get the queen off the back rank. But it is Black's move, and the engine likes C5, believe it or not. Wow. So, like, am I not winning a pawn here?
Interesting. I was going to say that Black's only move looks like Knight takes D2, but maybe C5 can dynamically make it work.
Ooh, and it's all because of this. Wow, look at that.
Nice.
What a move. E5. And then after takes, they just take with the E pawn, and they got this wedge here.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I mean, that's really not that hard to see, but honestly, I think it is kind of hard to see, to understand, like,
but if
that
Black
is not working.
played knight e4, they have to have some option, right? I mean, obviously she didn't play knight e4 to just play knight takes d2, I'm guessing. So
oh yeah, that's true. So actually, I wonder what was Black's move actually now. Yeah, so let's see what she does. Yeah, very curious to see what she's going to do about that. She might be considering c5, and Nimkova is like right behind her too. Carissa, I think.
Yeah,
just second place.
I mean, this game is critical, I think, because they're all like half a point behind each other. So
yeah, you could easily go down a lot in the standings just from any losses here. Got to be very careful. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We refresh. Nothing happened. Tokyo Genova.
Oh, how was the time situation? I can't see Irina's time. How much time is she?
Irina has 1:16:58. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
About 10 minutes, yeah.
We got a King's Indian, sort of a same-ish looking, but no f3. Maraxi Binish, but no c5. Like, weird. And you don't have the bind really, though.
Yeah, this is one of those Bronston positions where, black is like for dynamic equality. The d6
right, bro.
is weak. But
You're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that Bronstein game, that's a very nice game, too. Bronstein with b5 action and b4, a5, a4, knight b3s. Like, yeah, there's a lot of action. Big fan of it. Queen c2. Oh, there's a knight d7 too. I forgot. There's like so many ways. That's why the King's Indian is so hard. There's so many ways to play, right? And of course, I know Godwin Jones, which I have secretly been still studying King's Indian. I just hate that I have a bad record with it. But Godwin Jones likes it a lot. He has his own things with it. A5, interesting, stopping b4.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Very natural idea. Well. I think White at some point will plan some f4, bishop f2. I think maybe I can play f4 right now.
That's a great move. Yeah, I would play f4. And then bishop f2, yep.
Yeah.
Or even f4 and g4. Stopping knight h5, your usual play. Bishop f2, bishop g3.
f4, can black play knight h5?
Maybe
king h2. Because I was wondering if bishop f2, knight g3 is hanging. So
yeah. So maybe queen f2 as well.
Oh yeah, also queen f2. So it's okay. Yeah, f4 seems reasonable. Okay, she played rook d1, again a reasonable move.
Actually, in that line, there was a knight d3 option, forking after queen f2. So rook d1, now we can play f4, queen f2.
So I guess in that line, after f4, knight h5, White had to play king h2 then, yeah?
You had to play king h2, which the idea, I think, or the annoying part is just sitting here. But you could play rook d1, queen f2 now.
Yeah.
And then g4 and like push, just press.
Space, yeah.
Rook a to d. Yeah, White has that space. That's the problem. King's Indian games, that space. Nothing going on here. Still waiting for the moves. Okay. Oh, she went for bishop f4.
This is the one we kind of transposed into like an exchange Slav, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this was a transposition.
She's not been having a great tournament, right? She had, how many points does she have right now?
That's a good question. Oh, she's in last. She's in 3. She has 3.
Not having a great tournament. I know she had a comeback win just like in the last couple of days, one of the games. But otherwise, she's not having a great tournament.
Which happens. It's always rough when you have a rough tournament, especially being a high-rated player. I mean, she's like seed number 2. Yeah. So is she 1? Oh, yeah, she's 2. Irina Krush is seed number 1, and she's number 2 in last place, right? So it's a very rough tournament for her right now. Hopefully she can bounce back on the last few days here.
This looks like a safe position, and she's also up on time. And Sabina is using up a lot of time.
Yeah, 10 moves, and you only get 30 minutes with move 40. They got 30 moves to make, and 60 ply in a way. So like this is a lot of time for her, or a lot of time to make, she doesn't have enough time. A lot of moves, but she needs more time.
Usually I say that, in some slightly better positions, like 2 to sell positions, if you're up like 30 minutes, it's like being up a pawn,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. I love it. That's why I like to do. I mean, of course, you have to do study in all areas, but my opening prep has helped me be up a lot of time in tournaments. So I'm up an hour, I'm walking around, then the psychology part kicks in where they down an hour on time and it's a crazy position and it just works. I love it.
She took on f4, so it's going to be basically dark square weaknesses, and the b7 bishop is probably going to be the main key for the game. So
this almost looks like a very bad French, actually.
Yeah,
because bishop's terrible. You have to get the knight to e4 most likely. So maybe a3, queen e2.
Yeah,
knight e5.
Suffering for black, right? It's just very slow suffering. I can also play f5 if required at some point. So
it's white. Yeah, ooh, that's strong. Yeah, f5 is ridiculous. Break it up. Knight g5, especially if you're castling. Rook e1. Yeah, that's a scary attack here. How did Sabina get here again? What was she supposed to do? And it looks not losing, but man, I mean, all the potential that white has in the position. She played queen d6 to follow.
One of those 2 to sell positions, I think it's very difficult for black to try to create winning chances in this position. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's good to know, Chad. Yeah. Right here, try to say, hey, don't get this position. Any chances, do not get this position. Tatev game, f4, aggressive.
F4 was the best move in the position, right? So she played f4, yeah?
Nice. Yes, f4. And h5 was the other one, I guess, for like some g6 action. f4 is nice, though.
Yeah, king is in the center. You open up the center. Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, this is very daring, though. Knight c4 is extremely scary.
Knight c4, bishop c1. I mean, like, do I have to worry too much? Particularly because you once you play knight c4, you give up the d5 square. So I feel like.
Oh yeah, I could just go in here.
Yep.
And even rook lift and like chill if I need to.
Oh yeah, rook is sweet. That'll be really nice.
I love these kind of rook lifts. Yeah, that's it looks very deceiving. Wow. It
maybe like black is a little bit more
and I just take
critical. No, I mean like before.
Oh, you mean right now, before right now. Yeah. Wait, let's go back. Here.
Here.
Before.
Because you can't play 95 maybe. Or you can still.
I might have to actually too.
Oh yeah. There's no way to go.
I ain't got nowhere to move. So how do I? Which one? I don't know. That's a great question. And you got to get rid of this knight. Let's do with the knight. Pawn takes. Yeah, this is crushing for white. I mean, what are you doing now? Where does the attack go for black? There is none. Queen somewhere.
Maybe even queen d2. I mean, if I want to attack, maybe on that side, or just queen d2 to keep an eye on the b4 pawn.
Keep an eye on b4, yeah. f5's coming. Oof. This Tatev could be the clean win here. If let's see what happens. She can get herself a very clean win, which would boost the confidence. Where's she in the standings? She's number 11. So that'll catapult her into top 5.
Yeah. And also, there's not a lot of difference. If you look at number 11 and number 7, it's like half a point.
Half a point, right.
Yeah, like one win, you're back in top 5, like you said. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So winning is everything for the ladies today. Everything. And then last game, I want to look at Carissa's again too, which there has been a few moves. Oh man, I can't wait to get back over there. It's spicy. But Megan Lee and Talia, yeah, this is not the best for Megan Lee. I think she does have some issues development-wise. If you're going to put the bishop on b2, like, you're hitting a wall. Black's totally fine.
Yeah, it seems like a very comfortable version for black because I'm going to play rook c8 and then have some pressure on c2. I think the only way I can see white untangle is to somehow get c4, but that's not going to happen. Yeah.
That would be sweet. Yeah, I get the c4 move in and then clamp down. That would be great. But yeah, like you said, it's like not even possible right now. You have to play rook a2 and then bishop d2 and then move the knight and then play c4, then put the knight back.
Yeah,
a lot of moves.
Black will play d5.
d5, right? d5, you end all your hopes and dreams. And now back to the Carissa Yip game. Look at this. Oh yeah, it's getting crazy.
A lot of moves there, yeah.
A lot of moves, right? Rook e1, bishop back to b8. Very strange. Very strange. But I guess she's just moving out of
psychological, yeah, because she played bishop h2 to provoke the rook move or kind of change the rook move. So I think she went back in that thought process right away.
Yeah. Bishop back to b8 and then c4 and then c5. Lock it up. Lock it up. Now G5 is real.
C5 is a very interesting choice, yeah?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting. I like the place she chose here. Now opening up the lines, making this bishop actually worse. You don't have any play for it. And then B4 is the only play that she has, which I think that's just countered by capturing and maybe just G5. You still got to be careful. There's a bishop B3 in here. Hold up. Maybe just bishop D2 then.
Yeah, B4 is running into bishop D2. But I was wondering what's the idea behind C5? Because B5 was not actually creating a threat, yeah? I mean...
Oh, it's not. It's really not.
Because if you take, I take with the bishop, white looks completely fine. So
right.
I'm trying to understand what's the real idea. Maybe she wants to, like you said, maybe G5 becomes stronger with this. And I mean, she's giving up the D5 square, but I'm clearly not worried about it because I think the knight will easily control D5, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Knight C3.
Yeah. Or something.
Definitely. And again, I mean, I think if we're looking at activity too as well, I mean, this is not active. This is not active. This is, so it really is these pieces that black is playing with, because then the other three aren't active. These aren't active at all. This one has a purpose. What do they call it? I forgot. Jeremy Stillman calls it like a bad. It works. It's bad but active, or active, not inactive but useful. That's what it is.
Oh,
it's useful. Knight. That's the word he chose. This knight is useful but is inactive. It's not. It's useful because it hits the squares. Obviously, I mean, this piece is doing something like a little bit. This bishop's good. The rook and the bishop here are terrible, though.
And I also think maybe she has a plan to play knight f4, because now she has played c5. It's very difficult for black to give up the dark squared bishop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be rough.
All over d6 and everywhere.
Everywhere. Put the bishop on d6, get rid of that nasty knight. g5 is still there. I mean, and look at the time. Carissa's only used 9 minutes. She's thought only on Asaritha's time. And, 8:19 moves in.
Also coming from 2 back-to-back losses, so she's going to be
a
tough game for her.
That's real tough. Yeah, when you see losses like that, or when you have losses like that, and of course the field sees it, everyone sees and checks the standings, so you're like, you're they want to kick you when you're down, kind of thing. Like, you losing? I'm not taking a draw at all. Like, you just lost 2 in a row. I will not take a draw. You can't pay me enough.
In these round robins, they're hunting. Ratings don't matter because the form matters, right? I mean, You might have the highest rating, but like you said, Zatonshi, so she's like not doing that well. So they're going to look for form, and they're going to see who's the ones you can pounce on.
Who's the ones we need to, we could beat right now. And then the other games, okay, you're hot. All right, cool. We got to try to take you down. Don't take as many risks. Like Carissa right here. Carissa is the one taking risks. I was actually commentating with Maria. And I was telling, we were talking about, Carissa, after she beat, I think she beat Irina. She beat Irina Crush. And when she did that, the confidence level for Carissa, not only am I aggressive and feeling good, now my confidence just went through the roof that I just beat, 6-7 time women's U.S. champion here. Right. And I'm now she's going for gold, I think.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. Let's move over to the men's. See what we got from the boys. Let's go through. We got a few 10 moves. Only 10 moves. Seems like they've been thinking forever, but it's even. It's usually evened out. Darius thinks a lot. He uses his time. That's a good thing, obviously, but he definitely uses, even in positions that seem extremely clear, he still takes a lot of time. I like this stuff.
It's a good thing, like you said, yeah. So
yeah, it's a good thing. Absolutely. Especially playing, Fabi and any of these guys.
Interesting. So
it's a very strange English. Very strange. I like this though. I love it for white. I mean, development is pretty simple. Bishop out, castling.
Looks like castling is the most natural move, but I'm guessing black will counter with d5. Yeah, I think d5. I mean, white's center is stronger, but the knight on d3 is a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
That might be the problem for white to gain any real advantage.
That's true. I think I have to take this and always go the Larson system route. That's what I call it all the time because I've seen so much of this, like with the Larson system route with bishop b2 and maybe if I could queen h4 to g4, but the bishop's there. I mean, definitely a lot of play for white, and we have the 2 central pawns, so definitely some comp. I'm loving white's position. Just got to see what he does. 2 bishops, right? It's looking good. Lanier's game, it's getting wild. King on g7. This is not the linear. Like I've seen Aronian play these type of positions a lot, even against Liam Lee, and they were playing in one of the Meltwater Champions Tour or something like that. But they were playing and they got this position or something variation of it many times. So this is very, very swashbuckling in a way. F4. Wait a second. Is it White's move? It is. What if can we play F4? What if we just play F3, H5? Yeah, F4 all day.
So you're looking for F4 for White. The funny
right
thing
now.
is, Daniel's Wesley. So Daniel is also looking exactly similar, except no castling.
Wow, look at that. Almost the same position. Like that is insane. Look at that. Oh, wait.
Structure, yeah.
Like,
but F4 for Domingos, yeah? Interesting, yeah?
Yeah, I love it. Love this F4 move.
So I can't take GF3. Doesn't feel right. Yeah? I mean,
yeah, that can't be.
Yeah, that can be right because after right. King on G7 looks really, really vulnerable.
Really, really vulnerable.
Unless I have some Queen H3 ideas, do I?
Whoa, that's actually interesting. Oh, snap. That's a good move. Like, I'm not a fan. Maybe take it with the queen then. Maybe take it with the queen. That's a lot of counterplay with Queen H3.
Yeah, Queen
F1. Yeah. Yeah, queen just didn't feel right, but I mean, it looks right. Look, I guess castle, king c2, ripping the rook over.
Yeah, and bishop f2 at some point, get rid of the long diagonal, and then
yeah, because you forget he's over here, snake in the grass, sniper. Forget that he's there. Very scary bishop. Interesting. Same game over here in a way. Daniel might be going queenside. Wesley's thinking of a move. Oh, we got some play. Hold on. I'm always a fan of the weird rook lifts.
You're spotting the rook lifts like instantly. I haven't gotten like enough time to look at the position. You're already thinking about rook coming to the king side.
Oh man, mates. Mates. I spent a lot of time in a hyperbolic chamber with some other Jedi, and I understand we came out very strong.
I like tactics.
I love tactics. Rook A4 for the score, rook G4, but there's always these knight F6 things happening. Kind of annoying. I mean, even, of course, this is very far-fetched, but at certain points, playing a move like bishop H6, and the F4 is very weak after capturing, so doesn't look that good. But I mean, I'm a fan of his position if he can coordinate the pieces right. Oh, look at that. Engine says best move is rook A4.
Nice.
Nice.
And it took you like 1 second.
I mean, a few seconds here, right? Now, attacking chess, oh, yeah, that's me all day. Positional chess, I study a lot more now because it's tough, man. It's really hard out here. Really hard out here if you don't get the aggressive positions you're looking for. But when you do have them, I mean, you can't pass this up. The question is, where do I go next, though? Like maybe rook c4, because rook g4 is far-fetched, and I don't think I'm able to get that for real.
You can also wait on a4. Yeah, I don't see the rush because you're
you're right.
Wait for the right time to swing.
Right, wait for the right time. That's a very good observation. So maybe get out of this X-ray then.
Yeah, I want to play queen e2, but the knight f4, like you pointed out, is a problem.
Yeah, knight f4.
Queen e2.
Bishop pair. Queen c2 then maybe. Yeah, maybe queen c2. I'm hitting h7. Nice little, see if we provoke a weakness.
Maybe knight f8, the useful piece.
Oh man, it's knight f8, stupid move, but it actually works. Like, this is so annoying when you see this. You're like, oh, what are you doing? It defends though. It defends. Very annoying.
That's a job.
Yeah, okay. It happens. Linderman, and wow, they did not take a draw. They are still playing on. He did take on c7. And instead of taking on b2, Sam said, was he down 2 pawns now? Being down 2 pawns, saying, yeah, I'm going to play bishop h3.
Isn't knight takes b2 like pretty much drawn? What else? Almost looked like a forced draw, right? What else?
That's what I thought as well. He played bishop h3. I guess he has the idea of like, I'm going to get my pawn back. I have compensation. I can just go back with the knight though. And did I grab an extra pawn? Hold on. No, I didn't. I'm still up at 1 pawn, right?
No, now I'll take with the rook. I think now rook takes.
Oh, yeah, rook takes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. But then king h1.
No, I'm trying to see if he's playing for a win.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, what are we playing for here? But, oh, wait a second. I mean, Sam is very nice with his calculations here, as this is now hit, making you kind of move this. Unless I go
knight f4. I have knight f4 just in time.
Oh, wow. Wow. Dang. By the nick of time. That's it. Yeah, that's actually really good. G2, nothing you can do about that, but bring it back.
So looks like knight d5 returning back looks like the most reasonable move for black, for white. Is there anything that black could have done other than this?
Yeah, this is simple but good for white, I think. I mean, I guess we got the bishop pair as black, and bishop pair is sort of equal to a pawn. So having the bishop pair up a pawn doesn't really matter as much for black, but interesting. It's going to be a lot of play left, and it is about who makes this mistake or who can figure this out. Linderman's at the top, so it's not like he's going to not see this stuff. I mean, he's been playing great and impressive chess, so we'll see.
I also see the time kind of evened out. I know Sam started with a huge time advantage just up until like one move before.
So yeah, now he exhausted
it. For the last one move, right? Yeah, 30 minutes.
With all that time, 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes of thinking there. Last game here, Sam and Sam Sibian and John Burke.
So the knight went to F1.
Oh yeah, he traded, and yeah, the regular stuff you see in this opening. Nothing different. These are positions I like to avoid because it's just like it really. I mean, man, it's gonna be a grind. This is a grind. A4, A5, knight F5 eventually, maybe King H2. Oh, this reminds me of a Karpov game, like King H1, King H2, Knight G1, Knight F1. G3.
King H2 always reminds us of Karpov.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like this is gonna be a grind.
It looks okay for black, right? I'm not too worried.
Definitely.
Yeah, looks comfortable. So hopefully it'll be fine for black.
Yeah, maybe even a D5 break there.
Yeah.
Oh no, this can't be right. Wow, what is this really going on? She played Knight G6 and said, "Take it."
I like it though actually because because C5 is played. I think the value of that light squared bishop went up a little bit more.
Wow, and then taking is like really nothing.
Yeah, because now the bishop on D5 will be very strong. Yeah. So maybe
easily
utilizes white's play. Yeah.
Ooh, and bishop D5. Yeah, that's scary. Ooh, you might be getting trapped in there in many cases. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me. So she played G5 and said, "Let's go. Let's go." Amazing.
So do we still play F5 and put a price on the light squared bishop and say, but this time it'll be bishop for a bishop trade?
Right. Yeah, I think this is definitely a better version of it. I'm just up a pawn now and no real play. B4 still's answer with bishop D2. White's definitely playing for more now. And then eventually F4, F5 kick the knight.